for that's not funny, but it kind of is. But the results of it's not funny. So I went and prayed for a lady in the hospital. She's on her deathbed. She was dying. It was a CMA member's sister. And I prayed for her, and she died like the next day. So I thought, boy, I bet they won't ask me to go in the hospital and pray for nobody again. But that meant the world to her family. No great miracle, nobody got up. Just showing people that you really do care can change lives.
Yeah.
And it's not that difficult. It wasn't hard to go to the hospital. I was awkward in there. And, you know, I had true compassion for the people in there because I'd been there. God wants us to be those people. He said that this is Matthew 5, 13, 16, says you are the salt of the world.
Amen.
And how can you become salty again once you lose your flavor? Your flavor is helping people in their time of need, even if it's not a big need. Your flavor is living your life out loud, doing the good things God's called us to go do. Whatsoever He puts on your mind to go do that's good for people, go do it. Often I think we find ourselves arguing. I know this is psychologically not fair, but y'all still do it. Find yourself arguing with yourself about whether you should do something good. Because you think, man, I already picked that person up on the side of the road. Looks like they need help. And you instantly begin to argue with yourself because you don't have time. They could have a gun. You could be dead. They just want to rob you. And you come up with 1,001 excuses to not help. And there's only one good reason to help. And it's because of what Jesus has done for us. And it trumps all the reasons not to. Our lives have become so busy that we feel like it is unfair for people to inconvenience us. And that's not right.
No, it's not.
And I'm not preaching from the standpoint of having conquered not liking to be inconvenienced, but as in a weak place of my own. I don't like people interrupting my schedule. You know, how many people know Curtis? Anybody in here left knows Curtis? He always talked about just stopping at a gas station, filling up his gas tank, and zipping to the next place he had ministry to go do. And he said there's no telling through the years that he rode a bike, which was a lot, how many wounded people he left at gas stations. He said there was a trail of people that should have been ministered to that he never even had the time to speak to. And in our lives, I wonder how much of that's the same. We're so busy getting to the place to go minister that we don't minister to those that God's put in our pathways. Wow. Because I really don't know about women at all. But men, we get so focused on what we've got to go do that we can become a bulldozer in life to those people who need help, and we just maul right over them because we're on our way somewhere. I know none of you guys do, but I've heard of people that even have time limits at gas stations.
Don't do that.
I was raised by one. He said,